Hey everyone, I've been going through this book. It's called Money Master the Game: 7 Simple Steps to Financial Freedom. And it's a book on investing and retirement and finance and stuff like that. But I want to talk about something completely different from that. It's this one little story that he mentioned in this book, which I think is quite insightful and related to a lot of other things that I want to talk about. And it's about him being pushed by his mom to become a truck driver. And I've heard him talk about this in interviews online as well. And basically, to sum it up, back when he was young, the author Tony Robbins, he admits that his mom kept pushing him to become a truck driver. Why? Because it paid double the amount that his dad made his entire life. His dad was a parking lot attendant in downtown LA, and he made about 12,000 per year. And his mom, having seen a lot of ads on television over and over again about truck driving education school and everything, and how little training it took, she knew that her son could become a truck truck driver, and make $24,000 per year, and it would just be great, and it'd be a great future, and that'd be a lot of money. And I mean, there's a lot of parallels in this, and I used to think this was mainly Asian culture thing, and I experience it in different ways. But the more have been exposed to different ethnicities, I would say that generally, like, I've seen this to varying degrees in a lot of ethnicities, African American to Caucasian, and there's oftentimes a push. Sometimes peculiar things nowadays. It can be maybe doctor or lawyer, or some variation, engineer, scientist, whatever. And I guess sometimes you have to realize that your parents aren't right and go your own path. There's this one person I knew who he came from a very musical background, and so when he wanted to pursue science, uh, his parents just went bonkers. They were like, "Are you kidding me? How are you going to make your money? We want you to be a musician." So it's different for different people, and I do think the biggest problem though is finding the right balance of, well, what knowledge is good advice from my parents and what knowledge is bad advice. And you are so blinded yourself, and I mean, you don't know yourself that very few people can find the right balance. Because I mean, there's always like a extreme on one end or the other that you're too focused in. Um, Sometimes too big an extreme. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about the man or the boy or the teenager who thinks he's always right and his parents are always wrong, and all of a sudden he's fully convicted and convinced of it, but we all know that he's completely bonkers, because all he does is do drugs all day. He doesn't do anything, and then he overdoses from drugs, and slash, or he doesn't make anything of his life other than become a pizza delivery driver. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Some people are very fulfilled with that job, but I mean, you can see how it can be too extreme. So finding that balance is a very difficult thing to do, but it's one of those things. And so I think this is a great example, because if you guys don't know, Tony Robbins is now a motivational speaker who has amassed tremendous wealth, and he's coached many people on attaining wealth, attaining success, happiness, motivated many people, and here's the big thing. His net worth is like $450 million. And I mean, there's again, before I go too much into this, not everyone is bad who has a lot of money. This man has helped millions and motivated millions, and as well as fed millions of people who have not had food. He does this annual sort of food drive towards the Thanksgiving holidays and so forth. Again, he's not perfect. He's not God. He's not. He hasn't done everything right. I'm sure he has stuff he regrets, but it is very interesting. Anyhow, that's all I really want to say. Again, this is the book. I think it's quite interesting read. If any of you guys are average people who don't know much about personal finance and retirement and investing and saving, this may be the book for you. It's fairly thick though, so maybe you might prefer the audiobook version. I'll leave a link in the description, and I'll see you guys later.